Hey, what's up guys? Cotton here with Rideshare Tips, and in today's video I thought I'd show you one of my weekly pay stubs with Lyft to show you how much I made this week driving part-time here in Los Angeles. I used to do this full-time actually. About a year and a half ago I was doing it full-time. I was making decent money at it, but recently I've been involved with other work, so I've only been able to do this part-time, and it still is a great second source of income. Now keep in mind, it really depends on what market you're driving in, what city you live in, what times you're driving, whether or not there's prime time. There's a lot of factors that are going to determine how much you make with Lyft. So having said all that, let's now take a look at one of my weekly pay stubs. Alright, so here's one of my payouts from a couple of weeks ago. As you can see here, I made $543.06, and that was in 40 rides, and it says here I worked a total of 19 hours and 11 minutes. But I always like to round up a couple of hours because you have to factor in that you're going to be driving around a little bit without passengers, offline, and then you have to drive home. So let's round it up about 5 hours. Let's say I worked 25 hours that week. Now keep in mind, before I go on, that Lyft was offering me an incentive this week where if I did 40 rides, I am guaranteed $500. Now, in other words, if I did $300 in fares plus tips, Uber is going to cover the rest. They're going to give me $200 at the end of the week. So let's look at the breakdown here. Just in ride fares and ride payments here, I made $325.68. In tips, I made $31. I had one cancellation where the passenger didn't show up after 5 minutes, so I canceled on him, and I made $5 for that. Then I also made driver referrals, $129, but we're not gonna factor that in because I just wanna show you guys how much you can make just off of fares alone. So minus the referrals and minus the incentive guarantee, I did a total of, I made $361. That's with fares, tips, and the one cancellation. So $361 divided by 40 trips, that's an average of $9 per trip, which isn't too bad. So let's look into the daily breakdowns here for you guys. So Monday, I did 6 rides, had $43 in ride fares and $5 in tips. Here are each individual trip, as you can see here. Here's one that wasn't so good. It was about 14 minutes long because LA traffic, it's the worst. So I made $4.41, going a total of 3.65 miles, and that was about 15 minutes. Keep in mind, this is after this is after Lyft takes out their 20% fee. So $4.41 on that trip. It's not too good. With Lyft and Uber, it's completely random. You're gonna have bad days, you're gonna have good days. Some trips are gonna be much more than other trips. It's really random, and sometimes you're just gonna get lucky with them. Let's look at a better trip here. Here's one I made $15 on. This one was 8 miles. I made $5 in tips on that one, $12.52 in the fare. So $15 on that one, not bad. The guy was nice enough to give me a $5 tip, and it took me 35 minutes for this ride. Not too bad. All right, so that's for Monday. Let's take a look back at the daily rides. Oop, battery's a little low here. All right, let's see what I made on Tuesday. So Tuesday, I did 3 rides. So this one I made $18.37 off of fares, plus somebody tipped me $2. Made a total of $16.70 after Lyft took out their fees. So this one, it's not the worst, it's also not the best, because this one was a total of 10 miles and it took me about an hour total to complete. So $16.70 in 1 hour. Not too bad, but you have to keep in mind that you're also paying for gas. Luckily for me, I drive a Prius, so I get great gas mileage. This one actually, I took the person from Hollywood to LAX. Took 51 minutes. It was 14.5 miles. Wasn't bad. Got no tip on that one, unfortunately. Here's one of my better ones of that day. Made $30.02 on this trip. Total trip was 32 miles. Took about 40 minutes. As you can see, the longer the trips, obviously, the more you're going to get paid, because you get paid per mile plus per minute. So I got a $2 tip on this one. Not bad. Let's take a look at the next day. Thursday, I did the most amount of rides on this day for this week. I did 11 trips, totaling $83.41, and I made $6 in tips on that day. A lot of low paying rides here, but as you can see, here's one, 1.69 miles, took 7 minutes. Here's another one, under 1 mile, took 5 minutes. So if you're going for a promotion or an incentive, it is good to pick up these short trips. I would recommend going to college campuses. A lot of those students just want to get to their class and to their apartment or dorm room and back. So they're super quick trips. So if you're going for a promotion, definitely try that one out. So yeah, a lot of short trips on this day. Here's my longest trip of the day right here. 13.85 miles. This was actually a Lyft line. No tip on this one either, unfortunately. But this, yeah, an hour. Took an hour, made $17. Then we have this one here from Hollywood to Venice. Took about 46 minutes, total of 10.42 miles. Got $5 in tip in this one, so it was $18 I made on this trip. So for Saturday, I knew that I only had 9 rides left before I hit that 40 ride mark to get the bonus. So I was actually down in Redondo Beach, and beach towns, I find that I get a lot of short trips too. So this one was convenient. I did a lot of short trips on this one, I remember. I knew I just had to get those 9 rides before I can go home. So let's take a look into this day. Made $55 in fares, $11 in tips. First ride of the day I had was half a mile, took me 2.5 minutes. The next one, also about half a mile, took me 6 minutes. A lot of short trips in this particular beach town. Yeah, they're actually all really short trips, which is convenient. This one's not too short. 5 miles, $7.30. And then this was actually my best trip of the day. I mean, my highest paying trip of the day. So I made $15.69 with a $3 tip. And that was my last trip. That was, I knew I qualified for the weekly bonus, so I called it quits and I went home after that. And so that was it. That's what my week looked like with Lyft. It's completely random. You don't know. Some weeks you're gonna make a couple of $100. Some weeks you're gonna get close to $1,000. It all depends on how many hours and how many trips you do and what times you drive.
So there you have it, guys, a realistic look at how much you could be making with Lyft. I really hope this answered a lot of your questions. If you have any more questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll try to help out as much as I can. And if you're not yet signed up to drive with Lyft and you're thinking about it, I have some referral links in the description down below. Sign up with those links and you'll get a sign-on bonus. I'll get a little bonus. We'll both be happy campers and I would really appreciate it. And if you're new to this channel, be sure to check out some of my other videos. I have a lot of stuff on here talking about how to maximize your earnings with rideshare companies. So check those out, subscribe, and as always, guys, thank you for watching. Drive safe, and I'll see you out there on the road. Peace.